I meditated everywhere, indoors, outdoors, tried every technique, different times, different meditations every single day, but still the same empty bank account. But then this 75k opportunity finally showed up, and at the end of this video I will tell you the full story of how that opportunity found me and how I manifested it. But here's the real problem. When it comes to manifestation, everyone is focused on the tip of the iceberg. The affirmations, the visualizations, the meditations, but most people's manifestation isn't working because of this. The 90% nobody sees. So in this video we are covering the 5 hidden layers that actually control whether you get what you want or stay stuck and keep backing with your eyes closed. And the first one, you are doing it right now, this very second. The identity shift. The first hidden layer beneath the surface is identity. You have the old you, the backer for money, the one who's chasing money and trying to get things, and the new you, the manifester, the one who knows how to change his state. This one is really important because the universe responds to your state of being, not your state of trying. You don't want to chase money, you want to attract money. But here's what makes this so hard. Your environment is constantly reinforcing your old identity. The emails, the bills, the news, they all pull you back into the old frequency. Every morning you wake up to the same room, check the same bank account, deal with the same problems. And your environment is like a mirror, reflecting your past back at you. And the only way you can get what you want is to be what you want. The universe gives you what you already are. It's a mirror of your internal state. The old self cannot achieve anything other than its frequency or level of perception. And that's why you need to sacrifice the old self to become what you want. And this is the way to attract the things you want into your life. But here's where most people get stuck. They say they want to change, but their body won't let them. Think about it. When you keep replaying that trauma, that failure, that rejection, which identity are you choosing? Exactly. The old one, right? You are literally practicing being your past self because your emotions are anchored to your past, not to your future. So your body is addicted to those familiar emotions. You are chemically reinforcing who you were, not who you want to become. So the moment you stop being defined by your past and start feeling the emotions of your future before it happens, that's when your body changes. And that is the moment the universe has no choice but to match your new frequency. Now, here's where most people get stuck. You sit down to manifest and think, okay, I need to feel abundant. But what does that actually look like? And what am I supposed to feel, right? So your vision is blurry and you can't clearly picture yourself in that future because you don't know what it looks like yet and you never experienced it before, right? And that's exactly why I created this mind movie. It combines 3 scientifically proven methods: visual programming, audio entrainment, and emotional conditioning. It's literally a movie of your new identity, of your new life that trains your nervous system to recognize and hold that feeling state. Link is in the description if you want to check it out. Okay, then we dive into the second hidden layer beneath the surface, and that is this. Your nervous system. Because when we meditate, we are slowing down our brainwaves. We want to get out of that thinking mode and get into our heart. But most people are stuck in the head, right? They meditate every day, but still don't see results because they never get out of the head. So here's the truth. You can't manifest from survival mode. When your body thinks you are in danger, like stressed about bills, anxious about the future, you are literally in fight or flight mode. Your brain and body thinks it get hunted by a tiger. So it's not feeling safe, right? And this part is so important. When I started meditating, I was always stuck in my head, overthinking if I'm doing it right, if I'm feeling the right emotions. But this is what I've learned. Don't get too focused on the destination, that you miss the beauty of the path. So the question is, how do you slow down your brainwaves and come into the right state where everything happens? So I always compare this with jogging. When you have a great jogging session, for example, you become one with your body and with your mind, right? You are in that zone. And when you are in that zone, you are in the right state where you just be. An amazing feeling, right? So you don't think about something, you just are there, you just be, enjoying the moment, enjoying what I call the zone. So what really helped me is this. Before I go into meditation, I had worked all day and I experienced stress working many hours because I learned, or better say, I was programmed that you have to work hard to see results. So this was the old identity who was stuck in my thinking mind. But then what I did first was this. I did a couple of minutes of box breathing. And if you don't know what it is, I will explain it short. So you breathe in for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. Then you hold for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. And then you exhale for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. And then you hold for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. And then you start over again. And this is funny because this is exactly why they tell children to count sheep before they are going to sleep. Because when you are counting, you are literally not able to think. And if you don't believe me, try it yourself. So when you breathe this way, that automatically brings your body out of your survival mode into the parasympathetic nervous system. And this is the part of the autonomic nervous system that promotes a rest and digest state, regulating your daily body functions like heart rate, like digestion, like breathing. It slows down your heart literally in seconds. And I don't want to go too deep into this, but this is so important that you get this, because when you are out of survival mode and slow down your brain waves, then the door opens to go right into that feeling state. And that's the next important part that stays under the tip of the iceberg. But before we go in, if this video helped you to see where you might be making the same mistakes I did, do this one thing. Hit that subscribe button, because I share these insights every week about manifestation, about energy, about creating a life you actually want. Okay, then we dive into the next hidden layer, and that is really important. Number 3, living in the feeling state. Because when you are in that zone, everything gets easier. When you are in that meditation feeling, where you are absolutely floating in the air and feel so much love and so much gratitude, you never want something else. It's from this state where you can create calm, rich, relaxed, at ease, carefree, happy from within, mind at ease. It's this feeling state where your heart and mind are in coherent brain state. So what's a coherent brain state? A coherent brain state is a psychological condition where different brain systems and bodily functions such as the heart, the brain and nervous system work together in sync. It can be measured by our heart rhythm patterns. The more balanced and more smooth they are, the more in sync or coherent we are. Stress levels reduce, energy levels increase, and our heart-brain work together. And heart-brain coherence is exactly the place where you open the doors to your subconscious mind. And write this down, because this is very important. Because your subconscious mind doesn't understand words. It only understands feelings. Heart-brain coherence creates a state of peak performance. It enables higher cognitive function and reinforces positive feelings and creates emotional balance. But on the other hand, when the heart and brain are not coherent, the opposite is also true. So when you are in this state, feeling gratitude and feeling abundance, you are in a different frequency. This is a state where everything comes together. Everything comes to you. And remember, the inner feeling creates the outer experience. But then we dive into hidden layer number 4, daily integration. When you are in that right feeling state, that's the best feeling, right? That's why you practice it every day. You are training your mind like you're training a dog how to sit. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. But then you step out of your meditation. And I made this mistake constantly. I was stepping behind my computer, seeing emails, reacting to the 3D world, and then I was out of my state after 30 minutes or so. And then I would live my life reacting to the world, to traffic, to other people, like it became my old identity again. But that's what I see everywhere. People meditate daily, they are consistent, but throughout the day, they step out of the state without realizing it. And therefore it's important to meditate daily. And if possible, do it 3 times a day, because then you step back into that right feeling. And this doesn't have to be a full hour of meditation. It could be checking in with your body for minutes or even seconds. Where's your breathing? What are your thoughts? And can you slow down and come back to that state of feeling? And if you become aware of this, this is where the big shifts are happening. So then we go into the fifth and last hidden layer, the deepest layer, and that is surrender. Manifesting gets easier the more you do it. Just trust and just believe what you want is already yours. And it will be. Meditation isn't about trying to get something. Meditation is about becoming someone new. When you become that new person, not just in meditation, but in every moment of your day, that's when your external reality has no choice but to reorganize itself to match your new internal state. And that's where everything starts changing. And this is the trap most people fall into. Yeah, I have meditated for years and I still don't have X, Y, Z. And this is still the problem. That is not meditation, that is not being in the right state, that is begging with your eyes closed. You are still meditating from lack instead of being your new self. Because when you are jogging and you are in that state, in your zone, you don't ask questions like, is the money there already? You are just being in that moment, in that zone. So happiness isn't a destination. It's a state of being. And after applying these 5 hidden layers, money began flowing in through various of channels. Some expected, some completely surprising. But honestly, the amount doesn't matter. What matters is that opportunities that were always there suddenly become visible and available to you. Just like when I have manifested my dream house 4 years ago. But then it happened. And I promised you in the beginning of the video that I would tell you what happened. So suddenly there was an amazing opportunity that came our way, out of nowhere. So we got to buy an apartment for 75k below the market price. And it was an amazing deal because the house market is and was at its top. So we bought this new apartment with my girlfriend to rent it out on Airbnb. And it also delivers a monthly income stream, something where I've been manifesting for. So when you manifest, there are sometimes that crazy opportunities that are coming your way out of nowhere. And maybe it feels like you can't even believe it. But when you are in that state, more moments like that start to arise. Take the brand new electric cargo bike we recently came across, normally worth around 5k, like you can see on this website, but we got it for half of the price from someone we had helped who had to leave the country within a couple of days. And I don't say this to brag, but I just want to show you what is possible. So if you want to manifest, don't obsess over how it will happen. Focus on what you want. And the rest will follow. The most important thing to understand is this. Don't chase or try to force anything. It's not about the money you're trying to get. It's about embodying the state you want to be in. When you are in that state or in that frequency, opportunities naturally flow to you. But I had to learn this as well. I meditated daily for 2 years with 0 results because of 5 specific mistakes nobody told me about. So watch my next video to see how you can come out of survival mode meditation fast, because you are probably making the same mistakes I did. So keep on practicing, keep on experimenting, and most importantly, stay in the game. So keep up the good work, love you all, and see you in the next video.